In 2025, a new mutated virus emerged on Earth. Infected individuals gradually transformed into different animals. They slowly grew animal skin and hair. Even the ability to speak human language gradually disappeared. Eventually, they will leave the human society and go into the forest to live with animals. Mickey's mother, Ellie, was infected and turned into a bear. Today, Mickey and his father went to the shelter to visit her. On their way, they witnessed a mutant riot. A strong birdman escaped from an escort vehicle. The birdman's sharp claws and misshapen face terrified Mickey. Fortunately, he didn't attack them and fled in a hurry. Upon arriving at the shelter, they saw a child who had mutated into an anteater sitting in the hallway. Then, led by a doctor, they entered Ellie's room. Since Ellie had become an aggressive bear, the shelter had arranged a private room for her. The doctor tried to awaken her humanity using family photos, but deep claw marks on the walls suggested little success. Watching my father speak softly to my mother, everything seemed the same as before. Mitch, however, stood outside the door, hesitant to approach. Flashbacks to the scene where his mother lost her mind and attacked and convinced him that Ellie was long gone from the mom she used to be. But with his father's encouragement, he mustered the courage to enter the room. Yet, Ellie only stared at him in silence, as if she no longer recognized her own son. To better care for his wife, Jack decided to move with Mickey to a small town near the shelter. The town was far from the bustling city, with houses backed by vast forests. Mickey transferred to the local high school. In order to cover up the fact that his mother had mutated, he lied that she had died. A few days later, Jack received an emergency call from the shelter. A vehicle transporting mutants crashed into a lake, including Ellie. Jack rushes to the crash site first. Luckily, Ellie is not on the death list, but the surviving mutants had all escaped into the dense forest. When they returned that night, Jack hung his and his son's clothes in the tree behind the house, hoping that Ellie would follow the familiar scent and find her way home. However, Mitch doesn't agree with this, always believing that his mother, who has turned into a bear, is no longer family. The next day during PE class, Mickey was assigned to the tug-of-war team. Although he had always been physically average, he suddenly unleashed astonishing strength, single-handedly resisting 4 opponents. Luckily, none of his classmates noticed anything unusual. However, Mickey himself felt something was wrong with his body. After school, he rushed home, rummaged through a box and found tweezers, and pointed them at his fingernails. He pulled a sharp claw out from underneath his fingernail. Panicked, he ripped off his shirt and examined his back in the mirror. When he saw a row of ridges protruding from his back, he realized that he had also been infected by the mutant virus.